Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 222 of Sonic Boom TV. I've been away a little while, had some personal issues going on, and I may talk about them in the next video, but this video is my record store day haul from Euclid Records in New Orleans. Starting off, we got this nice little record bag with the Euclid Records logo on it. Got a little pink going on there. Got a little dog hair on it, but that's okay. You know how my house is. And I bought this great Euclid Records hat for $9.99. That's very good for a hat. It's one of those trucker style hats, I guess. But $9.99 can't beat that. Got that one. They just got them in before Record Store Day. Got out there at about 6 a.m. I was 8th in line, but then some guy came and joined these other people, so I was 9th in line. But then when they started letting people in, that guy was gone, so I was back to 8th in line. I did not get everything I wanted, but I got most of it, and by not getting things, it allowed me to get some other things. So let's just start off with the bag. We got this bag. It contained a few little stickers and stuff, and it had a record in it. And I'm going to show the record with the other stuff because I'm not really sure about what this record is. But there was apparently a contest going on, and if you found a golden record in the store, you got some kind of pass to go see a concert. It's somewhere in the world. I don't know. They were kind of vague about it, and I don't know if anybody won while I was there. But I don't think, I mean, unless that record's gold on the inside, I don't know. But let's see what else was in the bag. I didn't get the poster this year, and I saw somebody else had a poster, but I don't know if it was the Record Store Day poster. So I may try to hunt one of those down. I've got several years worth of them. Would like to get them framed and hang them up, but I really don't have any room to hang anything. So let's just see what's in this bag. There's the receipt. not a whole lot of extra stuff in here, but there is a poster for car seat headrest, making a door less open, Matador. And then it's got that on the other side. It's a little banged up a little bit because I kind of didn't realize it was in there and put some stuff in there and it kind of wrinkled it a little bit, but that's okay. What else we got? We've got a little zine kind of thing, Left Behind. Black and white. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm assuming it's music, but it may be other things. I don't know. Not even looking at it really. That's Slow Drive. That's a band. So anyway, that's kind of cool. I got another one of these Record Store Day stickers that I got one of these last year as well. A cool new Euclid Records shrimp. This one's just kind of orange with he may be orange and metallic, like a robot, not as far as the color goes, but kind of neat. That's a different one. Didn't have that one in the collection. They had another one I was going to get, and I forgot to grab it. They had a red one that I hadn't seen before. They put out so many of those stickers. I mean, it's... What else we got in here? We've got... Oh, wait, I got another shrimp. Maybe that's the one. No, it's another orange one. We've got the Euclid Records little patch. When they said they were giving away a patch, I was imagining it was going to be like this big, and I was going to make a hat with it. But now I can make get a jean jacket and put that right in the middle of the back, and just walk around with a tiny patch on it. Not going to do that. Then we've got a Belle and Sebastian sticker, and it's weird. It's like real thick. It's like a bubble almost. I feel like everything's getting blurry on the screen here. Got a new phone, by the way. That's part of my troubles since the last video. We've got this other sticker. On the back it says Weather Vanes is the band. I don't know them. Again with that. And I had actually got two of those. So, and that's all the little stuff that was in the swag bag besides the record that I will show momentarily. Now what I'm going to do, I got a lot of stuff. So, not just, Record Store Day stuff, and I've got other stuff to show, and I'm going to just do it all. I'm not going to come back with, second videos for any of these records. I'm just going to do them all here. I'm going to do the Record Store Day stuff first, and I will open them, and then I'll do the 40 records that I got for free, or 41 really, and a tape, because when we got there, I was expecting to, them to have sales. Like, they usually have either dollar. Last time they did quarter records, I think. That you can get stuff for like $1 or 3 for $5 or something like that. I was expecting some kind of sale like that. Well, when we walked in, they opened the gates and they said free records, and they had quite a few boxes, but there was a lot of people there. And the way it's set up, they put it under these tents so in case it rains, stuff won't get wet. But it makes it into like a table on each side, like a U shape with the front being open. Well, people walk in and then it becomes like everybody's wedged in, so you can't go, only a certain amount of people can fit in there, and then there's the people that's got to look through every little record real slow. I don't do that. I go through and I flip, and when I see something that I like, I pull it out, put it on the side. And if I don't want it later or whatever, then I put it back. But some people just pick and they look at every little record, and the records are, all of mine except for 2 are in great shape as far as the record goes. But the covers are banged up, and they were almost all like that. There was very few that I saw that the covers weren't banged up, so it's probably why they were getting rid of them, because they just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But anyway, so what I wanted to say before was that I got almost everything I wanted, but there were some things I couldn't get, and the main 2 of them were the main ones I wanted. Because I had my list that I think I had like 35 things or something that I had on my list, and I cut it down to 7. And I was like, these are the 7 I'm going to get. Well, one of the 7 was the Mudhoney box set, which was $125, and I was prepared to buy that, and they didn't get it, so I was like, well, I'm not going to try to get it somewhere else right now. I may try to get it later. But I don't know if it was an exclusive or just a first, where it comes out later. But either way, I was like, it's a lot. I can do some other things, so let's do some other things. So I wanted that. Didn't have it. Wanted the Bear Jr., which most people probably don't know them. They had a song that was semi-popular, kind of novelty song, but they're funny, kind of funny. It was called "You Blew Me Off." And I have the CD, so this is the album. Couldn't get that there; they didn't have it. But I was able to go on Plaid Room Records the next morning. They had 4 that they showed in stock, and as soon as they went live on Sunday morning, I put my stuff in, and they were sold out. So somebody else was looking for it as well. So that was one that I will be getting, but it's not here. It's probably going to be a week or 2 before it comes, because they slowed shipping on that company. But let's see what I did get. The other one I didn't get was the Collective Soul Dosage album. I wanted it because I'm trying to collect their albums, but I've got 2, I think, 2 or 3, but that one just they didn't have it. I don't know why, because last time they had a couple of the record that they put out. So let's just start with. Let's go with the ones that I wanted, and then we'll go with the ones that I kind of replaced. So the other big one that I wanted, the other 2 big ones that I wanted, and not that they're important to me so much as I just wanted them because of what they are, and kind of filling in more of representation of the genre, I guess. And we'll just start with Malfunction. I haven't opened any of these yet. This one's going for like $100 and something on Discogs, the high end. So I was like, oh crap, when I open this, it's gonna be worthless. Paid $33.99 for it. It's Malfunction, Olympus Awaits, and I had thought that this was coming out, which is Return to Olympus. Now, I never heard of this, and this, so when I the night before, I realized that this was what it was and not this. This is the album that came out after Andrew Wood died, it was like kind of early into the grunge stuff. It's not quite grunge, but it's getting there. It's before he did Mother Love Bone. I believe it's Jeff Ament is in this one too. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this came out, and this is 2 records. It's got some of the same songs, but I don't know if they're the same recordings. When I got there, I got in line. I started talking to this guy who actually lived in my neighborhood when I was like 13 years old. I'm 52 now. But he moved there right after I left the neighborhood, and he knew everybody. I knew he knew all the houses and stuff where people. So it was kind of cool talking to this guy. I gave him my phone number after because he asked, because he wanted to, because he has a huge collection. He said he just wanted to, show me some stuff and be able to like text me. And I gave him the number and he dialed it, but my phone was having problems over the weekend and I never got the message. So I don't know if that guy's out there. I think his name was Wayne. With last name started with an S. It was a hard last name to say. I don't know if he's out there, but dude, if you're out there and you see this, contact me and I will get in touch and I will check out your stuff because you had an awesome collection you were showing me. But anyway, this is Olympus Awaits. It's got a lot of stuff. So we're gonna open these later. Right after I showed the Record Store Day ones, I'll get into that. The next one for the genre, Tad. This is Infrared Riding Hood. This one was $38.99. Hurt to buy that, right? But it's limited to 1,100 copies. U.S. vinyl debut. The Grunge-tastic 1995 release includes printed inner sleeve with lyrics. And this is. I thought this one was numbered, but maybe this one's not numbered. You know what? I'm sorry. The Malfunction is numbered, and I'll show that to you later. I'll just show that to you. And if I forget, well, sue me. I do have several of them the numbers, but this one is, I got the last Tad album. I've never heard this album, but I heard it was good. So I wanted to get it, and it was high on my list just because Tad's an important band that nobody really knew. So for the genre, and some people say because the singer was a big boy, that's why they never really made it, because he wasn't pretty enough for MTV and all that kind of stuff, And that did happen, that kind of stuff back in the early days. It probably still happens, I'm sure, but Tad himself was a big boy. The next one we had talked about in the line, me and the guy. And I said, he asked me what I was looking for, and I said, well, the Mudhoney and the Tad and Forbidden. This is a thrash metal band. This album, I believe, came out in 2010, maybe. I don't know, but I have their first 2 albums and a live album, maybe 2 live albums. I don't know. I have some that I got for free when I was in college, and I know they had another album that I didn't get. But I always wanted to, find it, and I never saw it before, and I never even knew this one existed until a couple, maybe 2 months ago. But it's a Record Store Day, April 2024. I can't read it because it's blue on black. Let's see, reissue of the amazing studio album by Bay Area thrash legends, limited edition, 2 LP gatefold. 1 vinyl is red splatter on clear vinyl. And the other, is blue splatter on clear vinyl. I can't read that. 4-page expanded insert, liner notes from guitarist Craig Lacero, maybe. But cool thrash band, and I didn't. This is gonna look like kind of a theme when you see what I got, but it wasn't intentional. It's gonna look like a grunge theme, but it really wasn't intentional. It's just what happened. So really good band. I want to check this out. Gonna rock and roll with that one. Next up, we got. Let's see. Make sure there was none. Okay, so the rest of these were kind of replacements because I dropped off the $125 album. They didn't have the Collective Soul. They didn't have the Bear Jr., but I was considering buying the Bear Jr. online, which I did, so I saved money on the side for that. But I had enough money to buy some other records, so First thing I did was go for this one. This is one I said I wasn't going to buy. It was expensive. The Forbidden was $34.99. This one was expensive. I didn't want to pay this price. Could have gotten a regular edition of it that came out last week for cheaper, probably $6 or $7 cheaper. But I said I'm gonna go ahead and do it since I'm not getting that Mudhoney right now, and that would be the new Pearl Jam album, Dark Matter. This was $47.99, guys. I really like this cover. It reminds me of the Spider-Man logo, and the Lord of the Rings, the eye together. The hype sticker is lame. It just says record store day. It doesn't say anything about the album. So this one's got the cool looking record in it though. So and I think there's a booklet, but we'll get to that. But I really like that new Pearl Jam song that's been on. I think this album's going to be good. It might not be the best thing that they've done. Of course it won't be, but it'll probably be the best thing they've done in a while. So, I'm looking forward to that one. Next one was one I didn't know about. I had heard something, but I never didn't see it on the list for some reason. And so I'm kind of glad I saw it. And this one was the Lemonheads Hotel Sessions. Apparently this was out years ago. It had it on CD, and it had these pictures of Evan Dando were in colors, like they were like just a solid kind of, not a solid, but a duotone kind of thing where it's black and blue, black and red, whatever. And the black wasn't really black, I don't think. I only remember seeing a picture. But anyway, it's the Hotel Sessions, first ever reissue of Evan Dando's Hotel Sessions, documenting the writing process that preceded the band's game-changing Come On Feel record, an invitingly slackerish alternative by The Guardian. They said that. Remastered from the original tape source, a tantalizing record giving brief, cracked insights into Dando's ideas, a line of best fit, I guess it's in a magazine or something, including two previously unreleased gems, the melancholy breakup song and So the Story Goes, and Smudge's Superhero. It's on Fire Records. This one, the bag. This bag got something on it, and it's cloudy, but it's not really dirty. It's not sticky or anything. I'm going to replace it. But this one's got a lot of the songs from the album on there, and they're demos, of course. And I think there's some talking that goes on with it. But I when I saw this, I was like, oh man, I got to get that. So that was $31.99. I wouldn't have got this if the other things would have been there, though. I don't think anyway. Oh, and the Forbidden one, they only had 2 copies, and the Tad one, they only had 1 copy. So I lucked out on both of those. Now, getting back into the grunge theme, Meat Puppets live in Montana, $26.99, not bad. Also got a lame little sticker. This one, I don't have any Meat Puppets on vinyl, so this was good. Good intro. It's a live thing. It's got 15 songs, including 3 bonus tracks. I don't know everything by Meat Puppets. I have a couple albums. I'm sorry. The popular kind of albums that were in the 90s, like Too High to Die. Is that what it was? Too High to Die? Whatever came after that. Because there was a couple of those. But then I have some older stuff, like the original albums when they were like a punk band. So they kind of morphed, and they went from like this punk thing to this kind of grunge thing, and now they're doing like country kind of stuff. So I don't know what this is going to sound like. But their albums usually have this simplistic kind of art on it, and really cool. But the songs I know people will know is Plateau, because these are the ones that's the one Nirvana covered. Lake of Fire. There's a medley on song 12, which I guess was the last song of the original album. The Small Hours, Paranoid, and Sweet Leaf together, so it's like a Black Sabbath kind of thing. And then there's 3 bonus tracks, which the last one is Voice Control Kennedy Airport / Star Wars theme. So we'll get into these in a little while. But yeah, they're a good band. I know that, and I just have never been able to get around to getting anything on vinyl. And the last of my grunge stuff was the Screaming Trees Weird Things Happening. That one was $32.99. It says Screaming Trees Weird Things Happening. Ellensburg demos 1986 to 88. 4-track cassette recordings. Never before heard unreleased songs from the Screaming Trees Maroon LP. And this one is hand numbered right there. I got number 2,846 out of 4,000. And I have maybe two or three albums by them, and I have one Mark Lanegan album. So that's another band I've slept on and never really got a lot of. So getting that kind of stuff is good. And the final one that I got that was a record store day release, I saw it and I wasn't going to get it, and I probably would have really not gotten it had I read the sticker. But Blur, Park Life. I like Blur. Blur's got some good stuff. Blur's also got some weird stuff that I'm not too fond of. But this album has some good songs. I've heard people talk bad about these songs, but these are like great songs to me. Girls and Boys, End of the Century, Park Life, and I think those are the three biggest ones. I think there might be one more, but I read something and they talked bad about those three songs, like they're the worst songs, and I was like, those are definitely not their worst songs. Those are the songs that made anybody know who Blur was. But I always loved this cover. I had this CD, but I don't know if I still have it. I think I lost it at some point. I have a couple of their other albums on CDs. The first thing I got on vinyl. But the reason I say I wouldn't have bought it is because of that right there. It says Zoetrope Picture Disc 30th Anniversary. Now, Zoetropes, as far as I can tell, they don't work on anything that I've seen. I've never seen one work the way they're supposed to. They're supposed to spin and kind of animate what's on the thing. I think there's dogs or something probably running on this one, but I don't know. So it's kind of one of those things. Well, man, I probably wouldn't have got that, but it was $29.99, so it's kind of a fair price. But it's also in a good cut, in a real, jacket, not the kind of that you normally get with the when you get picture disc, where it's just a plastic sleeve that's horrible, or cutouts of the thing where they ruin the cover. It's a real cover, so I took a chance on it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And I didn't realize it until I got to the counter that it was the thing, and I was like, I'm getting it. It's just whatever. So anyway, when I got my bag, I didn't notice it until I got in the car because I wanted to make sure everything I bought was in the bag, which I should have done in the store, but I didn't. They had this Joe Wong Mere Survival. I don't know who Joe Wong is. It's a psychedelic, trippy cover. That must be Joe Wong right there. This back cover looks like, a 50s and 60s jazz record, and then the front of it looks like a tripped out 60s, psych record or something. And it might be, but it's got a big, crazy hype sticker. And I'll read off that. It says, acclaimed composer Joe Wong's follow-up to 2020's stunning Night Creatures album, featuring, now this is the part that really was like, well, this might be good. I don't know what it is, but it might be good. Featuring members of Beastie Boys, Bee Gees, Foo Fighters, Helium, Pearl Jam, Traveling Wilburys, Soundgarden, et al. I guess maybe some of these people are on every song. I guess, I'm not sure. I guess I could have read the back, but I didn't. Praise for Joe Wong, brimming with Baroque peculiarity. That's a hard word to say. Audacious, high concept fun. 4 stars from Mojo magazine. Fans of Sgt. Pepper's, Pet Sounds, and Forever Changes, take note. Here's a one record at least that does it like they used to. AV Club, and it's 180 gram audiophile vinyl mixed by Bernie Grundman. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it might be a good album. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what to expect of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's rock. I don't know if it's jazz. I just don't know. But you know what we're going to do? I'm going to open this one first and go backwards into the stuff I got. And then after that, I'll be done with the new stuff. And if anybody just wants to get out of here, they can, because this video is already 30 minutes. And when I get to the others, I'm just going to kind of blow through them. I'm not going to pull out any records or anything. I'm just going to show the covers and get through the 40 as quick as I can. Because I lost my guitar pick. Here we go. Okay. All right. No inner sleeve or anything. We've got a nice sleeve. Looks like a black record, of course, and it's just plain white label. This is a really nice sleeve here. I like it. It's kind of a thick thing. So there's nothing on the inside of it, and it's not a gold record, so I guess I didn't win. Although I think Discogs said it was a different color than black, but I'll check that later. All right, so then we got Blur. Park Life. I read that limited edition thing. This one is not numbered, but it's made in Germany. Blur is the one who sang the song to Woohoo, When I Feel Heavy Metal. That kind of song, you know. I'm not a singer. Could have been one, but I didn't try to be one. And I really couldn't have been one either. There was a time I went to a chorus class in high school, though, and I had to sing in public. You guys don't need to know about that, though. All right, so we got an inner sleeve, just like a normal record. All right. This light is not performing today. I got this new camera. I don't know how to set it, so. But we got lyrics and stuff. Sheet music even. Let's pull it out and see what the record. Ooh, static. Holy moly. Okay. So this record has a bunch of dogs running around the edges in different colors. Then there's the numbers. I guess that's the numbers of the dog. The Blur logo and Park Life written in there. So ideally, when you play this, it's supposed to look like these dogs are running around the track. And then the same thing on the other side. So how you know what side 1 and side 2 is, I don't know. I don't see anything that confirms or denies a side. But it's not bad looking. I kind of dig it. You know, I'm not big on the what do you call these things? Picture disc. Not big on the zoetropes, but if this one works, I guess I'll be happy with it. You know, as long as it sounds good, I don't care. You know, but you know, you hear the horror stories of people saying how all the picture discs sound terrible and this and that. I've had a couple so far, and I really haven't had much problem with them. You know, so I don't buy them for the music I usually like. I just kind of get them if they happen to show up around in something. The only ones I bought were some Disney ones. They were old soundtracks from, you know, old movies that don't sound that great to begin with, probably. And so, okay. So next up, we got Screaming Trees. This one, like I said, is number 2,846 out of 4,000. Again, weird things happening. I've already read the hype sticker, but I'll give you another look real quick. This one was $32.99. If I didn't say that before, oops. The little printed inner sleeve with some lyrics. It is split on the corner right there, on the side right there, so that stinks. Some more of that. And we've got this kind of burgundy looking, it says maroon, so I'll go with maroon. Maroon, burgundy. Kind of nice looking. Piece of the record was on there, like a piece of plastic. This one got shaved at the last second, I guess, to get into the thing. So I'm gonna have a grunge-tastic day coming up. I'm gonna start listening to these records. I'll probably try to listen to some of them tomorrow while I'm working. But then I got to go back to the office. So next we got Meat Puppets live in Montana. This one is also hand numbered, and it's 1,274 of 2,000. Didn't get to that before. Track listing. If you want to read that off real quick. $26.99. Now that's not bad for a gatefold record. And people are complaining about the prices on stuff, and some of these things are outrageous, like the Pearl Jam. No reason to make a $47 record. No reason for me to buy it except that I switched my money situation in the middle of purchases. So, but we got that. Let's open it up. Let you guys see it before me. Some little cartoons and stuff. We got the band, I think, right here. Drawing of them. Track listing. We've got who's in the band? Kurt Kirkwood, Chris Kirkwood. Yeah, they're brothers. They've been in it forever. Derek Bostrom. I don't know if he's old school or not. It says recorded live in concert at the Sundance Club, Bozeman, Montana, December 7th, 1988, and Top Hat Club, Missoula, Montana, December 8th, 1988. So this is an old show. So I may know a lot of this and just don't realize I know the song. Very cool. Very cool. Hopefully it sounds good. That's the most important thing. So we've got these black inner sleeves on both records. They both are blue, so I'm going to just pull one out. We've got these blue vinyl. It's a nice blue. The labels, live in Montana. Same thing on both sides. Same on the others. I think this will be good. I think it'll be good. I'm kind of glad I didn't get the Mud Honey, just so I could get some of these. But I do really want the Mud Honey because I do own several Mud Honey albums on vinyl, but not the ones I really want. The ones I really want are the years kind of when grunge kind of took over, and they're grunge, but those albums were a little different. And they've got the $5 Mock Cooter Stew and Piece of Cake and something else. I think it's My Brother the Cow. Those albums, those are the albums I really want to get, and I would like to get them in the box so I get them all at once. But it's 5 records in it, so I think it's 3 albums, an EP, and maybe a live album. So it would be on the ones I want. But if it gets reissued, I'm definitely going to end up getting it. But I'm going to look not this week, maybe not next week either. In a couple weeks, I'm going to look and see if it's available anywhere, and then I'll see from there. Then we've got Lemonheads. Remove this because see, it's just something on there, like fingerprints or something. Oh, that's a little sticky right there. But we're gonna get rid of. Well, we're gotta save the sticker, but I'll wipe it down later. So we got Lemonheads, Hotel Sessions. I don't know if this is colored vinyl or not, but we'll see. Oh, we got a download card, it looks like. First one of those. Yes, that's great because I love the Lemonheads, and I don't. I have most of the stuff digitized as well. So we've got Hotel Sessions, some blackness on the other side, and it is black vinyl. And I can't get it out because it's stuck. That old trick I learned. This one's also a white label. Very white label. Picked up all the dust when I blew in it. Static all over this thing. But this one's good. It's got a big gay heart. Great big no. I bet you I hope it's got Into Your Arms. It's About Time. Style was another good one. Into Your Arms, Superhero, and the story goes. So this is going to be good. You know, the Lemonheads were also a band that started out as a punk band and turned into like an alternative rock band. Kind of went real mainstream with this album or the album this is based off of, and the It's a Shame About Ray album, which I really want to get because that is one of my favorite albums from the '90s. I almost was able to get it one time, but it was a little too much and I didn't have enough. But one of my favorite bands from the '90s, and I like I like the punk stuff and I like this, and now I have some of the punk stuff and some of this. I'm starting to get this on vinyl. I have a lot of it on CD. I don't know if I have everything, but I have most of everything. Next up, the Pearl Jam. Again, $47.99. Way too much for this. Album cover. You know, it's got the song that's been on the radio is Dark Matter, so that's a good one. You know, I think this is going to be a good album, but the price, man. Pearl Jam used to get on Ticketmaster and stuff for the prices and stuff, and you get on themselves or the record company for the price of this, because it's a matte finish. Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's cool. I like that. I like the color more than anything. So we got a booklet. Have to flip through that. We've got stickers. Okay, so maybe they're trying to give us something with this to make the price justify. We got 5 stickers on there. 6 stickers. We got a PJ right there too. So 6 stickers. They're gonna stay right where they are. Never gonna peel them. Ooh, record stinks. Thought it was 2 LP, but I guess not. It's 1 LP. It came with the black inner sleeve with the polyline. This record looks cool. I don't have any that look like this, guys. That is pretty freaking. It looks like Ghost or something. I don't know what's going on. That is crazy looking. It looks cooler when I hold it up to the light because it's kind of transparent. So the color, man, that is nice. I forgive you for the $47, Pearl Jam. Because I wouldn't have bought this and I'd have bought another one that was just black vinyl or something. I would have regretted that. So, good call. Thanks, Kev. You do good for yourself sometimes. But anyway, Pearl Jam's Dark Matter. Did I notice that? The swirl on that side and the label on that side. You know, I have a lot of Pearl Jam on vinyl now. I'm working on them. There's some albums that I haven't, but their albums are expensive. I mean, I've gotten a couple pretty cheap, but then I've got others that were ridiculous kind of prices. I did get Gigaton for nothing really. I just paid shipping, which was like $8 or $10 or something like that, because there's this one company, I don't know if it's Plaid Room or somebody, that they do these weird sales where everything's free, but you got to make separate orders for anything you order. So if you buy one, you get it, you got to pay the shipping, because I know the shipping is marked up. They're making a couple bucks off of it. So you order one thing, you got to pay, then you can go back and order something else. But so I got Gigaton for the cost of shipping. Okay. And then the booklet, man, it stinks. I don't know what that smell is, but it's a weird paper smell. So we got that. Got a twitch in my neck there. The lyrics, the stuff, and these kind of light, playing with the light and the photography kind of stuff, pictures. Pearl Jam's always into some weird, trippy stuff, you know. And I don't know that it matches the music, their imagery that they use a lot of times, because they make you, like, stuff like this is like, okay, so they're probably some kind of psychedelic band, and they're not. They're not at all. So I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but a lot of their imagery is a little more trippier than they ever were or ever will be. That one's kind of cool, though. I guess that's Eddie Vedder right there. First one I could recognize by the image, without really looking at it good. And that's it. So Pearl Jam's Dark Matter. Glad to have it. I don't have like their middle kind of albums where they when they got less popular. I have a lot of them on CD. I just don't have those on vinyl. But I'm working on it. I got a lot of stuff on vinyl by them. Probably one of the more prevalent bands in my collection as far as how many albums I have. Is prevalent the right word? Next up, a little thrash metal from Forbidden. It's also a gatefold. This is a 2 LP. 2 LP gatefold Omega Wave. Forbidden. It's a track listing on the back. Thought this one might have had a number. This was only supposed to have 400 copies, and it's a first, so they're going to come out with again. Probably be different color vinyl. But the guy in line, he asked me what I was looking for, and I told him this, and he said, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about that too." And I told him, I said, "It's supposed to be pretty limited. I don't know if they're even going to have it." They had 2 copies of it, and he saw it first, and if he would have saw it first and pulled it. I think he would have gave it to me, but he saw it and he said, "Oh, they got 2," and so he took one and I took one. So good deal on that. Open it up. We've got lyrics and some photos, I think, of the band members, and this is one of those kind of thrash bands that they were really good, but just never broke through. Basically the world wanted the big 4 as far as MTV and all that stuff. And everybody else just kind of got lumped in together as they do. They only needed a big 4 generally of all kinds of music. They do that. There's always like four bands, and then everybody else just kind of gets the scraps. And let's look. Let's see what we got. We got that's the cover, and we've got this little booklet. I guess it's a booklet. It was supposed to be a 4-page extra, but it's actually just 4 pages. So we'll just go with the cover of that. Then we've got the some liner notes story or something or other. Kind of nice. And then the back is a Forbidden logo with the band. It's probably the band when this came out. What they look like. Be thrashing it tomorrow. And we've got the blue splatter, blue on clear. Very nice, cheap paper sleeve. Wait a minute. Oh, that's upside down. That's why. Omega Wave. They use those skulls, those kind of swirling skulls on, I think, 2 or 3 of their albums. I know there's another one that has those. Maybe it's the live one and this, because there's one that's got this kind of weird green face looking thing that's not that, but I don't know if the skulls are on it, but they're definitely on the first one, which I think is called Forbidden Evil, and then there's Evil Live or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while, but this will rejuvenate my listening to those guys. I'll bust out the other ones to play with it. So we'll get the red splatter. These are nice, on clear. They'll probably come out with a black version or something, because I like I said, there was only 400 of these, and I don't think it was an exclusive. I think it was a first, which means in a couple months they'll have, another pressing run out the door. But for 400 copies, and the store got two, and it's not a big. I mean, it's a big store, but they don't get a ton of this stuff. They get enough for their customers that come. I think the people that get there early get what they want, mostly. Me. I usually don't have much that I don't get from them when I'm looking. And like, if I would have had more money, which I had a lot of money. I spent $300 and something with including the hat and the plastic sleeves. I bought a bag of those, which was $20. So I spent like $320. Could have easily spent $500, and I had it. I had it that day, and I said I'm not. I went a whole week like I'm not buying nothing this week. I'm not going out to eat. I've been doing this nothing. But I only spent like $320 something, so I was good. And then, but I could have easily bought more. I just didn't. There was a G Love and Special Sauce album that I really want, but it was like $39. I was like, that's a little high. They had a Cranberries album. I don't know the name of it. It's one with the eye looking down on her. And they had that one was like $41. And I just passed on them because it was too much, and I already had a lot. So I was just, you know what, we're gonna skip it and hope we find them later. We got Tad, Infrared Riding Hood. This one does not have a number on it. I thought it did. I thought I had 3 that had numbers on it, but maybe I didn't. Anyway, we got the cool liner. Cool pictures on this side of bugs and such. That looks like a hand. And then the liner notes. And we've got another blue. Blue must have been the theme this year. The same blue, it looks like, as that other one, the Meat Puppets and stuff. I had several of them with these very non-good labels. How's non-good? Is that a thing to say? Don't say that. Non-good. These simplistic labels with nothing to them. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes they just don't do enough, and sometimes they do more than enough. I think the Pearl Jam, even though the price is too high, I think they did a lot with theirs. And maybe because it's a reissue on this one, that they just, they're just trying to make their $38 and move along. And, they knew people like me would buy it. But 1,100 copies, so on that one. Got one more to show you guys. And then the people that are only interested in Record Store Day stuff can move along at 48 minutes already. Jeez Louise. Do people say that anymore? Jeez Louise. Malfunction. I don't know how many of these. 1,500 copies, okay. Now this one, there is a blue stamped number, and it's 1,305 of 1,500. So that's a decently low number. Oh, you can see it. It's a blue stamped on. Like, it's hard to see when you look at it with the plastic, but it's easy to see in that light. So we're gonna this hype sticker. Yeah, the hype sticker. I'm not gonna read it all, but I'm gonna show it. It says malfunction, and then they got the names that they call themselves: Thundar, Landrew, and Dead. And Landrew is Andrew Wood. So if you, I don't know if you guys want to pause that and try to read all that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot to. Just tells you about the band a little bit, and probably what this record is, but I'm not going to read it all because I'm trying to move along. This one was $33.99. Not bad for 2 LP these days, anyway. That's what I don't get. This is 2 LP, and it's $14 cheaper than the Pearl Jam, and it's going to have as much, if not more, stuff in it. I know it's got more stuff in it. We got this, whatever that may be. Got a printed inner sleeve on this side, printed inner sleeve on that side. Their coolness. Got another one with no download card or anything like that. But we've got this orange on the inside of the thing, bright orange, and we've got the inside gatefold. That's the track listing. Some of the songs like Inner Landrew, My Only Fan, Mr. Liberty with Morals, some of the other ones that are on that original album, which they never really had an album. They were just they were like demo stuff that I guess Stone Gossard or Jeff Ament, whichever one was in this, I don't remember. They put them out later, and after the, I guess maybe after he died. I don't know if that came out while he was still alive or not. But these are matte finish kind of things. Kind of a nice looking purple. It's I'm not gonna say it's translucent, but it's kind of almost clearish, if that makes any sense. When you hold it up to the light, I can see my fingers through it. The shadow of him, I can't see deep like skin or anything, but I can see shadows. So that's pretty nice. Nice color. And then the other record is the same colors, same kind of design on that. We'll just leave that out. Then we've got this, which looks to be a big poster. Holy moly. We've got the Andrew Wood Malfunction poster, black and white. This is a kind of a, I don't want to say newsprint, but it's not far from newsprint. That is the picture from this. Same picture. So that's pretty cool. Then the other side is all these posters and stuff, flyers of many bands. Can't say that word anymore. But who's on this? This is kind of cool. We've got Malfunction, Red Cross, Green River, Soundgarden, Malfunction, SNFU, Refused. Really cool. I like this. Soundgarden again. The Mentors, St. Vitus, Malfunction, Circle Jerks, Husker Du. Really, really kind of cool stuff. I like these kind of things. I like when I buy a magazine or a book and they show like a lot of the old flyers and stuff. I would probably have a collection of flyers if I was a crazy person like I kind of am, but I don't because I've been to many concerts and I've wanted to take them off the wall, and I've taken a few things here and there, but I mean I really would just like to go and take posters. But I figure a lot of times, that band is not going to have that many people showing up, and if I take down that poster, they're going to have less people show up. So I just tried to stop doing that kind of thing. But that's it for the stuff that I got for record store day releases. I will have the Bear Jr. coming up. So let's get to, if you're still sticking around, let's get to the 40 free records that I got. Covers are in pretty bad condition on a lot of them. Some of them are pretty good, decent, but all the records look great. I don't know how they sound because I haven't cleaned them and tried to play them yet, but all the records look great. Some of them look like brand new almost, except for two, and I'll point those two out when I get to them. But first, I got this Tom Petty Free Falling Down the Line cassette single. The guy pulled out like 4 different things. He had Milli Vanilli and I don't know, a couple other ones. They had a lot of cassettes that were free too. And the first thing I saw when I walked in the gate was this box of cassette. It was a clear bin of cassettes, and the first thing I saw was Def Leppard, Hysteria, and I was like, I'm not going through that box. I said, there's going to be tons of stuff in that box I want, but I'm not doing it because I got no place to put cassettes right now. I've been still trying my hardest to get some more of these shelves, and things keep coming up, and I got family stuff going on right now that is going to probably cost me money, so I'll get to that in another video at some point, maybe. But anyway, let's go through the stuff. Some of the stuff I don't really know what it is. I basically thought if the cover looked good, I was going to get it and see what goes on from there. So we'll just go and go through this real quick. I'm not going to show the records, just the covers. Not going to talk about any of the things really. I mean, I might talk a little bit, but not. Anyway, I got 2 by this band called Age of Chance. I like these covers. They seem like some sort of military something or other. It includes Kiss and Disco Inferno. I don't know if it's disco. I don't think it is. Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Noise, Take It, and more. So they both got hype stickers. The backs look very similar. This one I think is an EP because it's got 7 songs? No, 6 songs. So I don't know if it's an EP or something, and I haven't compared to what this is. But they're very similar looking, so maybe they go together. Like one maybe I don't know. Wasting too much time. Let's move on. Next up, my dream woman from the 80s. Belinda Carlisle. Belinda. This one's got Mad About You on it. Yeah, Mad About You was her big hit on that one. Then a name that I remember from the 80s, but I don't know anything about them. Bourgeois Tag. This was Direct Metal DMM Mastering, whatever that means. This is Yo-Yo, the album. Don't know anything about them. They may be like new wave or something. I don't know. I just remember that name. This one, I looked it up and I thought it was going to be some kind of like 70s hard rock or something, but it's kind of a jazz thing, I think. And it's called Cold Blood, The First Taste of Sin. This one's, the record's in rough shape, but the cover is a little rough, ring wear and stuff, but the record is in great shape. Next up, we've got 2 from this band. We got Dire Straits, Leftover Gold. I don't know if there's a hit on that one or not. The cover's kind of destroyed. And we've also got this same thing, cover's kind of destroyed. Dire Straits, Extended Dance something. It's messed up. The cover's messed up at the bottom, so I don't know what it is. Extended something or other. And I guess these are maybe like dance mixes or something of, maybe it doesn't say dance, a DAN something, and it says EP. So this just got a couple songs. I grabbed them both because Dire Straits was pretty good. Then this one, and I didn't look at any of the records while I was there because like I said before, I ain't got time to sit there and hold up the line. So Frampton Comes Alive. I've never found this where it was in great shape. This one is missing part of the cover. It's like got the front and the back, but then the inside is all out, whatever. The records do look kind of funky. It might be better than the other copy that I bought, which is also trashed. So Frampton Comes Alive, kind of dead to me. 4-Wheel Drive by Bachman Turner Overdrive. These guys are all right. I don't know if there's anything on here I know, but these are all free, guys. Free, no pay. Then we've got some by a band that I've always seen. I always thought this guy was creepy looking. I refused to buy this record a couple times because it was so creepy looking. But they do have that one song, and that's the Edgar Winter Group. They only come out at night. I don't know if he's supposed to be some kind of man-mermaid or man-made or merman or whatever. I don't know, but it's always thought this was creepy. I took it for free though. This one's got Frankenstein on it. That's a song we know. So back cover. But since I was getting that one, I said, well, let's go for the Edgar Winter Group shock treatment. He's still looking weird right there. And then not so bad on the back. That middle person looks like a girl, but I don't think that's a girl. I don't know. I think that's a guy. It's definitely a guy. That's him on the front right there. Top. So anyway, whatever. People do what they do. This one is called Second Winter, which I believe is Edgar Winters, and not that is Edgar and Johnny Winter. So maybe it could be Johnny Winter. I don't know. It says 1969 on there. It's held together by some really terrible tape, and then the other one is Johnny Winter, still alive and well, and it was owned once by George W. Robertson, and there's a PR written there, so I don't know what that's all about. Looks like you don't have any eyes right there. Look at that. Oh, ugh, that's weird. So, is he? I don't know. Maybe he's blind. But I don't know anything about them. I knew very little about those people, but I went ahead and got it. Then a band that I had found at through digging in bins. This is like the third album. I think I just need one more album by them, and I think they have some live stuff or whatever. But It's a Beautiful Day is the name of the band. It says it's a big bad beautiful day on this. Choice quality stuff. Got this cartoon camel on here with dreaming of a photograph of a camel driving probably a Cadillac, and some other camels in the back, and then on the back it's just got the normal thing. It's a Beautiful Day. Anytime's the name of Anytime on there. So I don't know what the album's name of. The real name of the album is. They've always had some weird kind of ways they write things on their albums, like the way you don't know what the name of it is. And I don't know if that was done on purpose, but this girl right here is beautiful. I'm going to tell you that because I've seen the other album covers and stuff, and she's just gorgeous. But anyway, I like this band. They're kind of a 70s, maybe a little psychedelic, kind of somewhere in that thing, but really cool. This one I bought just because this woman is beautiful. That's all. I don't know who this is. Jennifer Hall. It's a promo copy. It's Fortune and Men's Eyes. She's beautiful. Beautiful. Her lips don't look real, but she's beautiful. And that's her on the back, doing more beautiful stuff with this big shouldered shirt. I don't know. It's probably pop music from the 80s, probably. I don't know. That one, I went with being a man on that one, guys. Then this one I've heard is good. People, it's 70s. I don't know if it's hard rock or psych rock, but JoJo Gunn, and it's a gatefold and stuff, but it kind of flips. So I never heard any of it, but I heard it was good. It looked like something I would want. Just that when I saw that picture, I was like, yeah, that's gonna look like something because they're on this. It's like a car that they're in, and that's the hood. So I guess when you flip it, it's more of the hood. I don't know. But somebody told me when I posted some pictures online that's a really good band, and I like it. The next one is a band that I have a couple of their records. I'm disappointed at the condition of this cover, but The Knack. And it's got a destroyed cover. The Knack's Round Trip. Come with this, and back cover, of course, is destroyed as well. I don't think there's any hits on this one, but it came in this sleeve that's plastic, which is original, but it was stuck on the inside, and I kind of pulled it out. Record was brand new. I said I was going to show these records, but I just wanted to show you. Like, that record looks pretty new. It's dusty and got some fingerprints on it, but for being in this, you would expect it to be torn up. Not this one. So and they're all like that. They're all like really nice. Next one, another one that somebody told me was really good, and I'm a little confused. Leon Redbone. This got the Warner Brothers logo on the front, and it's got the frog, which is I believe is the same frog that's the "Hello, my darling," "Hello, my baby," "Hello, my ragtime girl." I don't know if he sings that song in the cartoon or not, but that it's not on here unless it's got a different name. I thought it was like ragtime something or whatever, but I don't see anything on here. And I kind of sampled it off of Discogs, and I didn't hear anything that sounded like that, so I don't know. But I know his voice, and I like some of the stuff that I've heard. So, but I never owned anything by him before, so that's pretty cool. So I don't know why this is on here on the cover. It doesn't have a name to the album that I know of. I think it's just Leon Redbone. But I don't know why that would be on the cover if that song is not on there, because that's what that song relates to me. Unless that's not the same frog. But I think it is, because he's dancing just like the frog. But anyway, the next one, my friend Dan over in Canada likes this band. I've never owned anything by them. The Moody Blues, Question of Balance. I don't know if this has got anything I know on it. Pretty much only know Knights in White Satin or something. That's not on here. No. So that's my first Moody Blues album. This is my next one that I've found many, many times. Some of their albums, but they've always been horribly scratched up. I only want like 3 songs, and they're on here. So the best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. The 10, then 10 in parentheses, years together. The songs I like and wanted: "Blowing in the Wind," "Leaving on a Jet Plane," "Puff the Magic Dragon." Now, "Leaving on a Jet Plane" is not their song. I don't think it's their song. I think it's a John Denver song, and they covered it, or one way or the other. I don't know. But there's some other ones on here, like I said, "Blowing in the Wind," "Lemon Tree." I think "If I Had a Hammer" is one too that I know. So I know some of the songs, but I wanted those main 3 that I said first, and then whatever else. I'm not a huge Peter, Paul, and Mary. I just remember them from when I was a kid. My stepmom used to play their albums, and they were on TV, and Puff the Magic Dragon and all that. So I just wanted a good copy of those couple songs, and I think this is going to work. Then another one somebody told me was a really good band. I just like the cover. I've heard of them, but I'd never heard them. I believe another psych kind of hard rock thing from the 60s, 70s. Quicksilver. I like that cover. That's nice. And this is kind of a metallic sort of name on there. And then the back cover also is pretty cool. Quicksilver. So I think I got a good haul for free, and I could have gotten a lot more, guys. I just didn't want to be greedy. I know my space is getting limited, until I can get some shelving going. And, I don't know. This one, I just thought the girl was kind of cute. That's a theme here, guys. Never heard of them. It looks like it might be new wave. Definitely 80s. Rebel Heels. One by one. In Hot Pursuit, Break the Chain, Empty Love. I don't know. I just thought that girl was cute right there. And look at her. She's cute. And it's a promo copy. But I don't know anything about them. Hopefully it's some kind of new wave that I would like. Because some new wave is really good and some of it's not so good. This one is the record is not in the best of shape as well, but the cover is pretty cool. These girls' mouths look weird, but it's kind of a comic book looking cover, and it's Rick James busting out of L7, I guess. So maybe he's busting out of jail, and that was his thing. But look at those girls' mouths; they're kind of weird. I don't know. But this is the I got that Rick James 45 I showed a couple episodes back, but this one I don't know any of these songs. Y'all want to check that out. Next one, I've seen this album before and never picked it up, never owned anything by him, except for when he was with that other band. But Ringo Starr, Stop and Smell the Roses. I've never heard any Ringo solo stuff, so I don't know. But he was with the Beatles, so probably pretty good. Uh, but I just I had to grab that one. There was a lot of stuff that I had already seen in there before too that I didn't want. But again, I could have went crazy. This one I already have. I didn't know if I had it. I couldn't remember, and my phone was not working well. I had to get a new phone. Part of my issue why I didn't have videos lately. But Robert Plant's The Principle of Moments. I thought I had it. Wasn't sure. It's got an $8 sticker on it, but that one I already have, so I may give it away. This one I thought looked really interesting. It might be punk rock or something. It's called the 77s. The album is just 77s. It is a promo as well. Don't know anything about them, but it looked, that cover looks punk rock. The 77 part sounds like it could be punk rock. But we'll see. There is keyboard on it, so maybe not, but maybe it's hard rock or some kind of something. But interesting looking. Thought that might be a good one. Then the next one, I got a couple by the same band, which I didn't have. I have a few things by them, but I didn't have these three for some reason, or four. I got. What did I got? These three by the same band, and that would be Steppenwolf, Monster. Whoops, I lost the thing. Monster. Sorry guys on that one. This one is At Your Birthday Party, and it's got it's a cutout, not a cutout, but a what do you call that? Die cut cloud thing right here with them in the background. Doesn't look like it so much on here, but if I opened it up, yeah, you can kind of see. That. This one actually not too bad of shape. Most of the time when I find Steppenwolf albums, they're really trashed because they got played a lot back in the day. And then Steppenwolf 16 Greatest Hits, so that's about all I need because it's got them all. Born to Be Wild, Magic Carpet Ride, The Pushers, Sookie, Monster. There's For Ladies Only and Tenderness for Ladies Only. I don't know what the difference between that is. But, Steppenwolf, kind of hard rock stuff. This one is another one that looked like it might be new wave, but I'm afraid it might actually be some kind of dance music. But again, got some cute faces on the front. It's a promo. And it's called Swimming with Sharks. A couple of cuties on there. Looks like 80s new wave. It's a full album. So I don't know. This one I just thought looked interesting a little bit. So I grabbed it. Then this other one, another one that looked like new wave, is Wawa Knee. I don't know if it's Wawa Knee or Wawa, and the album is Knee or I don't know. But this is also a gold stamp promo. Bass, vocals, and keyboard, drums and percussion, and guitar. So it's definitely some kind of rock. I don't know what. But you get the little promo stamp thing right there. Interesting. Couple more, guys. Get out of here. My dog's starting to cough. Then this one, I think is like a hard rock thing. I thought that cover looked pretty cool. It's called The Wooden Tops and Giant. The first thing I saw was Giant. Giant. And I thought it might be the band Giant, but it's not. It's Wooden Tops and kind of stuff. So I think this also may be some kind of alternative rock. This cover is in nice shape. It's a gold stamp promo as well. This cover is in nice condition. So this is probably one of the better ones that I got that wasn't a brand new record. Next up, another Destroyed cover. ZZ Top Afterburner. I'd mentioned I don't have much ZZ Top. And this is, I would like the album before this. This one's probably got songs I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge ZZ Top fan, but the cover is Destroyed. And I think I might have seen this one before and didn't buy it because of the cover. But when it was free, you take it. Especially when the record's good. And then, this is one I already had. I wasn't sure if I had it or not. and it's called the Maxell Rock Sampler, and it's just got some rock songs from, I guess, the 80s. Some pretty good stuff, but I'm not gonna go through it. Then the next one I know I had before, and I'm probably gonna give it away. This one has some good songs on it. It's called Vintage Rock, and it's got Steppenwolf, Santana, Jefferson Airplane, Deep Purple, Jethro Tull, Edgar Winter Group again, The Byrds, Free, Mountain, Procol Harum, Spencer Davis Group, Eric Verdon and the Animals, Grand Funk, and the Kinks on this. So it's got Lola, which is a good one. So it's got hit songs. I mean, it's just, I think it's one of those K-Tel records, actually. But anyway, I have this already. I was pretty sure I had it, but again, I couldn't use my phone, so I couldn't check. And then the next one, the soundtrack, music from the original motion picture soundtrack, Streets of Fire, a rock and roll fable. Cool looking cover, kind of comic book looking. Cool back cover. I wouldn't say it's a real rock and roll kind of sounding album, but maybe. But there's Fire Incorporated, Marilyn Martin, The Fix, Deeper and Deeper. That's a good song. Greg Phalanges, there's Phalan, I don't know. The Blasters, Fire Incorporated again, Maria McKee, Dan Hartman, I Can Dream About You. That's the song that I have the album for that now, but I had it on. I had a single that was from the movie, but for that song. So I have the original single for that song as a record. So I Can Dream About You. Everybody knows that song. I can dream about you. I should not sing. I told you. Ry Cooder and the Blasters again. So it's not a huge, awesome rock and roll soundtrack, but whatever. The cover looks cool and it's good shape. Then this one, I just thought the cover looked cool, and it's probably dance music. And I saw it from the back first. It's 12 inches of Virgin. I don't know. It looks to be a compilation of different people. I don't know who they are. And in the front was that thing. So, and it's got a hype sticker if y'all want to look at that real quick. Look at the back. You can't really read all that. I'm not going to sit there and let you read it either. I got two more and we'll get the heck out of here because this is going on too long. Rock and Roll Dance Party by Sha Na Na. Or maybe it's not Sha Na Na and it's Rock and Roll Dance Party Sha Na Na. I don't know. That's not Sha Na Na on the cover. But it's got songs that I know. It's probably their version of the songs, of course. We've got Rock Around the Clock, Great Balls of Fire, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Earth Angel, Run Around Sue, Jailhouse Rock, Whole Lot of Shaking going on, At the Hop, Tears on My Pillow, and Rock and Roll is here to say I know all those songs. I don't know that I know their versions, but I used to watch Sha Na Na when I was a little kid, that show that they had. And I remember that's probably where I got into a lot of rock songs, hearing their version. And then, and I don't think they were always the same members. I think it was just, different people playing roles on the show, whatever. And then the last thing I got, which is kind of cool, James Galloway and Henry Mancini in the Pink Panther. It's got the Pink Panther, Maggie's theme, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Penny Whistle Jig, Crazy World, the Thornbirds theme, Pie in the Face Polka, Baby Elephant Walk, I know that one, Two for the Road, Speedy Gonzales, theme from Molly Maguire's, medley, 3 Mancini and Mercer, Days of Wine and Roses, Charade, Moon River, Jesus, hard to say, and cameo for flute. So it's going to be a musical kind of thing, but the Pink Panther theme is the reason I grabbed it, and the Baby Elephant Walk, I know that too, so that'll be good. But it's like I can't remember how it goes. But the rest of the stuff, I don't know what it is. I mean, I've heard of some of this stuff, but I don't know what it is. But I thought that was pretty cool for free as well. So that's it for this episode. There's a lot of stuff to show. Hope you guys stuck around. An hour and 19 minutes is way too long. I'm going to end it now, and I'll do another video pretty soon. I got a bunch of other stuff, too, that I want to show. that I picked up recently for cheap. And that's it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.